Why, hello there. Hi, how are you? Hello babies, hello haters, hello all. I was called to come on to deliver a message, if you will. Also, welcome to Melly's Playhouse. Yeah. And this is to deliver a message and to tap in to our favorite energy, which is the net banger, the keyboard warrior, the internet gangster, so we can understand why. Shall we tap in? Shall we explore this energy? I think we shall. Yes, we shall. In fact, you know, the internet warriors, those keyboard warriors, they've been wanting this. You want the energy, you want the attention, so here you go. I figure I might as well give it to you. I shall give you what you ask for in this. You want the attention? Let's do it, okay? Yeah, let's understand. Let's do this, okay? First off, I'm going, well, the first song that I got on shuffle was Put in Work by Chad Game and DJ Nerve. I could not, if someone can find the lyrics for this song, I would love if you put it in the comments or something of the sort. I could not find it. I looked everywhere, so I just listened to the song. But it's more telling me of like, to explain a little, you know, give myself a little introduction, if you will. I have worked in healthcare for 9 years. I've been a welder for 5 years. I now work as a welder in the oil industry, in the energy industry. I work in a shop, I don't work in the field. Sorry if the breeze is a little loud for this microphone. But I also teach welding, okay? Yeah, so I work 7 days a week when school is in session, because I work at, you know, the shop that I weld at, just as a normal welder, and then I teach welding, okay? Yeah, so I work a very physically demanding job, you know? Yeah, I do that. I also do this every day, sometimes twice a day, sometimes more. Yeah, I do that. And I, you know, working on my spiritual journey. I no longer work in healthcare, but at one point I was doing 3 jobs, doing healthcare, taking call, and because I was a surgical tech, so I worked in surgery and would get called in the middle of the night and then go weld the next day and then go teach welding then after that. So I've done a lot. I've lived a bit of a life. I also ride motorcycles. I ride a Harley. Yeah. So, I'm the enigma y'all been waiting for. Yes. So, this song, Put in Work, which is the first song that came on, it's talking about how, this guy is like, talking about like, oh, you don't know hard work until you've like worked out in the, he's talking about working on the rigs, like out in the field, being a roughneck. And he, just the line that stuck out to me is, what, you were all determined and now you're scared? So to me, that's telling me the net banger, the internet warrior, or the keyboard warrior, the internet troll, they can talk a lot of shit, but yet when it comes down to saying it in person, they won't do shit. Yeah, you were all determined until you had to do it, huh? Until you had to do the real work and meet a real one. But let's get into it, yes? Yes, let us. I am tapped in right now, so I'm pretty excited. And I got extra girly, so it adds to the dichotomy of who I am as a person. Okay, let's get into the oracle first. Let's try to understand. Holy Spirit, help us understand what's going on with those dang old internet trolls, okay? What's happening? What's happening with those internet trolls, huh? Oh, work career. Dang. Yeah. So I've had quite a few before they decided to net bang on my channel. They would say like, oh, I'm unemployed and all this. And then they go ahead and decide to net bang on me, which is hilarious. It's like, yeah, you have a lot of time to sit in front of your computer and be unemployed. Okay. Maybe you should spend the time that you're watching videos, and I'm just speaking on, or, you know, scrolling on Facebook, or, you know, whoever you're hating on. Why don't you use that time to look for a job or, you know, better your life? Why are you watching something you don't like? If you don't like me, don't watch my videos, okay? Yeah, that would make the most sense. Yeah, that would really make the most sense. What about this? What about their work and career? Let us understand. Yeah, what's going on with the work and career? Oh shit, I'm belittled at home. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. So, you know, growing up, you probably were put down with your intelligence. So you worked at that. You worked on your mind. You worked on the way you speak, because that you were probably put down that you weren't smart, or you weren't, and I'm speaking to the internet banger, the gangbang, the little internet gangster, the keyboard thug. I'm speaking to you. So you probably weren't, you didn't get a lot of attention unless you were, you know, proving that you were smart. And you're probably put down like, oh, you're stupid, or you don't speak well, you know, just belittled and that type of thing. You also might be belittled at work. Yeah, okay. So we're going with that. Yeah, okay. So what about being belittled at home? You know, let's pull an archetype on that. What about the archetype at work? What's the matter, snowflake? Why are you nervous? That's in that song. Somebody, hopefully someone can put in work. Oh shit. So we have the Fool in reverse. What's going on at the work and career for the netbanger? Using humor to wound rather than liberate. Denial of your emotional truth. Yeah. So not only do you do this at work, it's because you're belittled at home. Maybe you're in a relationship, or you live with your mommy or something when you're older, and you're having to depend on family members or other people to help you pay the bills, or, you know, you're just living off of them like a leech, because you have a lot of anxiety in regards to looking for a job or changing jobs, or, you know, doing something with your life other than obsessing and judging other people when you feel really insecure about yourself. Yeah, because when you judge other people like that, that means you are really hard on yourself. You are really hard on yourself. So you probably think, you know, you're not smart. You're not worthy. You don't know how to speak. You don't look attractive. You think all that stuff about yourself, but you don't quite comprehend that because you don't like looking within. It's a scary, scary place, huh? Yeah, I'm sorry. But hopefully this message helps. So yeah, that's your little face. You're crying behind the mask. You're a hurt person. And that's why you gotta say these awful, hateful, demeaning, gossiping, you know, you gotta do all this stuff. With the work and career, you probably gossip a lot at work if you do have a job. You just, if anyone's good at their job, you probably put them down, or tell them, or try to get them in trouble with your boss, that type of stuff, because you feel insecure and you need to be the best person at work. and you think your way is the only best way. And so you put this little mean face on or happy face on and use humor. So you make fun of people. You do these mean little jokes. Talk a lot of shit. Yeah, you talk a lot of shit about everyone. And you're probably really, really two-faced, because you'll turn to one person and be like, blah, 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 blah. Did you hear that? And then you'll turn to another person that you just talk shit about and go talk shit about the person you just gossiped to about the other person. I have a very good feeling about that. Yeah. No one's safe in your book, huh? Because you'll wound anybody because you're hurt inside. Yeah, you're trying to not feel that pain behind that mean, the little mean Joker mask that you got on. You're so hurt. I'm sorry. And if you live with your mommy, she's probably really mean to you. If you live with your daddy, he's probably really mean to you. Or your wife or your husband, whomever. Yeah, they probably put you down and they're probably, you know, rough you up a little bit, huh? You probably feel, you know, emasculated or controlled or frustrated, like you have shackles on you at home. And yet but you go home and then you try to hide behind the mask as well by getting on the internet when you're not at work or outside. You get on the internet and you put that hurt on other people because you don't know how to process that, huh? I'm sorry. Oh, goodness. This was at the bottom of the deck. I'm afraid to get hurt. Oh, honey, you're afraid to get hurt. That's why you hurt people. You don't want to look within. You don't want to look within. I understand. That's okay. No, it's not, because you're hurting people. Don't be putting that shit on other people. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but you're just racking up more and more bullshit, and you're making your life more miserable. Yeah. Yeah, you are. Because you're afraid to get hurt. You're hurt inside. And you don't want to feel that pain, so you don't know how to process it. You don't know how to feel it. You don't know how to transmute that, so you got to put it on other people. Yeah. I will tell you, being mean to other people on the internet, to strangers, yeah, they're humans too, and they're dealing with their own bullshit, you know? Some of them, just like me, are working 7 days a week and doing this and creating. Yeah, and just trying to make a difference in the world. Did you not think about that? That's all we're trying to do. We're not trying to trigger you. In fact, if you're triggered, that's good, because that means you know where to go. You know where to start the work, to look within. Oh, but you don't know how to look within yet. It's hurtful. It hurts. It's too much. You don't have that emotional threshold. That's okay. You were taught by your parents not to feel that shit because you were emasculated or put down or controlled or told you were stupid, ugly, or no one's gonna love you if you act like that. If you cry, if you feel anything, no one's gonna love you. No one's gonna like you. Or, you put out something creative for your parents and they didn't like it. Or you did that for a spouse and they didn't like it and they put you down, so you have to go out and hurt people. I will say, I am very curious. I would like to hear in the comments, if you're brave enough, why you think that behavior is appropriate. Why you think this putting people down and saying hateful things on the internet is appropriate, and how that is a mature thing to do. I would genuinely love to hear your argument. I'm very curious, because, we all deserve to have a voice. Now, if you're going to be hateful towards me, I will read it and I may respond. But just if it's very hateful, I will delete it. But, I'm very curious. I would love to hear a valid argument on that. And I think a lot of us in the comments would as well. that, you know, don't don't troll people on the internet. Oh, yeah, and we have mother underneath that. So definitely got some mommy issues, yeah. Ooh, yep, your mom probably put you down a lot in regards to your intelligence. The reason I say this, and I'm really driving in the intelligence part, is that's the only way you can really hurt people on the internet, is bash them for, you know, the way they look, or that they sound stupid, or, you know, whatever creative stuff. And that's all feminine things, right? Because a masculine, and being in your divine masculine, you would take action. And if you had something to say, you would say it to their face. And I guarantee, especially because I know there's people that know me in person on here, and they don't want to say it to my face. Yeah, you're being in your toxic femininity. And I know it's a lot of men that are doing that. Yeah, gossip and that type of shit, that's bitch work. That's toxic femininity. And you learn that from your mommy. You learn that from your mother on that side. You know, you may have witnessed that your mom would talk shit about somebody on the street. Oh, can you believe that? They're wearing that. Can you believe they acted that way? Wow. So you learn how to talk shit behind people's backs from your mom, and you're acting like your mom with that. When you know, because I guarantee your mom wasn't like, hey, bitch, that shirt's ugly. I guarantee that. And I guarantee your dad had some toxic feminine traits as well, you know, or like the gossip and that type of stuff. Like, it was probably the whole family would get together and, you know, gossip about each other and then people out in the world. And it was, that was like how your family got along. That was the only time your family got along, is when you're talking shit about other people. So you learned that that's an okay, acceptable way to deal with your insecurities. Because when you gossip about other people, talk shit in that way, judge, feel the need to tell somebody they're fucking up, but only on the internet, only behind the screen, behind a fake account, not even your real name, not even put yourself out there. You were taught that you're acting out of your insecurities. Somebody's triggering your insecurities because they're putting you, it's something you wish you could do. You wish you could get attention on the internet. You wish you could get the clout. And you're searching for your 15 minutes of fame through other routes because you're too afraid to put your face and creativity out there for the public. So you do it behind the screen, behind a fake name, behind fake accounts, to try and get your 15 minutes of fame and your attention that way, because you're starved for attention. The only time that you got attention is if you talk shit about, you know, engaged in the gossip circle with your family, the gossip circle with your friends. And if you were saying stuff about somebody your, you know, mom didn't like or your dad didn't like, they were like, yeah. So that was the only time that you got camaraderie with your family, closeness with your family, because other than that, it was, you know, cold and distant, or maybe violent. Who knows? And you might be jealous of the resilience and confidence of people that are willing to put themselves out there. With stay on that grind, that you're jealous that you don't have that diligence and drive to continually create yourself in an authentic way out there for the public. So that might be why you get jealous and insecure, because you haven't met that part of yourself yet. Okay. All right. Anything else on that? Very interesting so far. I hope you're learning. I hope you're learning about yourself. I really hope you do the work. And I am very curious. Explain. I would like your valid argument in the comments. Oh my. Father at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so mommy and daddy issues for sure. Family stuff. That's where you learned it from. You may have had a dad that could talk all this shit. Run his neck. But when it came down to it, he couldn't defend himself physically. He would cower. And probably you learned how to use your mouth and intelligence to, and you know, that manipulation to get out of just saying it to somebody's face. You know, you learn to gaslight people. There's probably a lot of you that haven't been in a physical fight before or got your ass kicked. And if you have, very interesting. I would love to hear your story on that, on why you still think it's acceptable to talk shit on the internet and not say it to people's faces. I am very curious. And what drives you that? You probably don't know, quite frankly. If you're acting in this way and telling others that they're immature, and still yet watching the whole video or scrolling on their page every day, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, and still taking all that time to leave these long, lengthy comments as to why they're awful people, or they're immature, or they're ugly, or they're not smart. Why are you taking so much time, your precious time, your precious energy to do that? Ask yourself that. Why? In fact, let's ask why. Maybe you don't know why. I'm gonna go ahead and say you're a little jealous. You might actually be in love. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, so this is the 6 of Cups. And that's like sweet little crushes. You actually might have a crush on this person. You might actually admire this person. And that makes you feel a certain type of way. And this is also the past life card, the soulmate card. So you might actually have had a past life with this person that you're so angry at and so triggered by, and feel the need to observe and watch them all the time. It's so interesting because you sit there and say all these awful things about people on the internet, but you take the whole time to watch all their videos, scroll through all their pictures, listen to everything, just to say that they're stupid. Why are you spending that time doing that? Huh? Probably because you have a little crush. You admire them. You look up to them. And you probably had a past life with them. They're probably a soulmate of yours. Yeah, but you're triggered by that. I wonder why. Oh, shit, yeah. They make you so insecure. That King of Wands in reverse, that is a very insecure man. Very insecure man. And doesn't know how to lead for shit. Not a good leader. Won't take the responsibility. Will blame others. And lazy. Yeah, because upright, the King of Wands is an incredible leader. Very confident, very attractive. Willing to step in and do the grunt work and roll up his sleeves and help the people he leads. And he's willing to take action. But reverse, he doesn't do that. He won't stand for what he believes in. He won't take responsibility. He'll push it off on others. Very insecure. Also very controlling. Hot-tempered. No control over his emotions. So maybe you're acting in that way because you're feeling insecure. And you haven't done the emotional work. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh yeah. With that Eight of Pentacles in reverse, yeah, there's some work you're just not willing to do, not wanting to do. Maybe it's hard. Maybe it's too hard for you, or it's scary because you don't want to fail. Yeah, oh yeah. This is how you push people away. So you definitely might have a crush on these people, look up to them. It's just how you push people away from letting them into your heart and having, you know, true vulnerability with this Lover's card. Oh, yeah, that's how you push people away, because you were hurt by your parents. You were hurt by your mom and dad. They wounded your little heart. And with the gossiping, because you may have heard them, you know, talking about you, or they just said awful things to your face and then would turn around and gaslight you. I never meant that. I never said that. And you learned that that's just how you treat people, and you believe that that's still acceptable. Yeah, once again, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. You're just not wanting to do that work. And that's okay. You can stay at whatever frequency you want to, but just knowing you're going to continue to be miserable, triggered by everything. You know, what's the matter, snowflake? You're not you afraid to work? You were all determined and then suddenly you're scared. Because the real work happens when you stand on business and you say, I said what I fucking said, and I'll say it to you in person. And be willing to get your ass kicked. Because I guarantee you, all the little gossiping you do when you're at work, when you're at home, you know, around your family, that never gets relayed to the person that you're talking about. You just do it as a way to bitch about them instead of bringing the problem to their attention and having an adult conversation where a problem gets resolved. But you don't know what the problem is because this makes you insecure. It's something deeper within yourself that you're not willing to look at because you were taught by your parents to ignore that type of stuff. Using humor to wound rather than to liberate. Denial of your emotional truth. You have a lot of hurt inside you, but you don't want to look at that and you don't want to feel it, so you dump it on others by hurting others. But you have to keep doing it because that feeling, that discomfort, the hurt, all of that creeps back, doesn't it? And then you have to go back to the cycle of hurting somebody. Oh, what video can I click on? Whose account can I click on? And watch the whole thing and then be like, how can I hate on them? How can I make them feel insecure? Just so you know, that's not gonna make me nor anyone else stop creating content, okay? You just look like a crazy person. And especially with our world raising in vibration and things being exposed and brought to the surface, it is being exposed that when people are mean and hateful like that, it has nothing to do with the person you're attacking. So we know that. And honestly, if I gave two fucks what anyone said, I would have stopped a long time. I would have never started. And that goes for all people that are creating content. They really could give two fucks less, because while you are watching and thinking you're making a difference and making them feel insecure, you're getting them paid. You're still getting them traction. That's still helping. Whether it's negative, you sending evil eye, negative comments, all of that, you're still getting them traction and attention. And why are you wasting your time watching something and thinking about something you don't like? Because you actually like it and you might be a little obsessed, huh? But you don't like that you like it because it triggers something within you, because it makes you feel insignificant because you don't have the balls to put yourself out there and create content. You don't. Because if you did, I know for a fact every person out here that creates regular content, puts themselves out there, and is vulnerable in that way, they would never be mean in anyone's comments, because they know what it's like to put themselves out there to be judged and to be exposed. They wouldn't. So you're afraid to put yourself out there, and you have to deal with that fear by hurting others, which I'm just curious why you're not catching that, watching all of the videos and then gathering information and spending so much time scrolling on these people's pages. Why are you wasting your time on something you don't like when you could be doing the work and enjoying your life? Oh, because you're miserable and you want to dump that on somebody else instead of taking responsibility for it. You got to take responsibility. That's how you're going to be happier as a person. Well, how can the net banger get happier? Yeah. See how he's painting the roses red? Maybe the first step is, you know, accepting what is, which the roses aren't red. The roses are white. You're not happy. That's the first step. Okay, I'm not happy with life. Why? Why am I not happy? And that crow is telling me, you know, connecting with your intuition, connecting with your guides, and maybe start doing a little self-inquiry, just a little taste. Okay, maybe I'm not happy. Maybe I'm miserable with my life. You can't blame anybody but yourself, babe. As much as you'd love to not do the work, the more you continue to blame others, the less work gets done. Nothing's gonna get done. Just saying. Your confidence isn't going to raise through the roof. It's going to still be in the dumps. You're still gonna be triggered by everyone around you. And when you're triggered by somebody doing something, that's insecurity. So that's something to look at. What makes them insecure? And what do you not see within yourself? Why do you not find yourself attractive? Why do you not find yourself skillful, smart? Why? And how can you give yourself love? Yeah, how can you free yourself? We have the Eight of Swords here. How can you free yourself from, in reverse, I apologize. That's freeing yourself from mental blockages. Why do you feel the need to put blame on everybody else except yourself? Yes, you didn't make your parents be assholes to you, but you also have the responsibility of not acting like them. And it probably triggers the fuck out of you to know that you're acting like your parents. Yeah. And it's probably not easy to hear. Yeah, once again, oh. Yo, okay, I cannot make this up. So we have the Empress and the Emperor in reverse. That's mommy, that's daddy. Oh man. Mother, father here. And when they're in reverse, they are not in their best. The Empress in reverse is a very smothering, controlling, cold, manipulative mother. And the Emperor in reverse doesn't know how to take charge, doesn't know how to take responsibility, very controlling. I've seen it as an abusive father, physically abusive, probably a drinker, or, you know, always blaming the world and everything else on why their life isn't going well. Both of them. Not because in their upright, they are incredible leaders, but in their reverse, they're not. And a great leader is willing to take responsibility for their mistakes. and take full responsibility and understand that they have free will and need to act on it. So that your parents, very immature, never took responsibility, and they would talk shit, gossip about others, blame others. I'm sure your dad blamed the boss for why their job was awful and why they weren't getting a raise. It's probably because they had such a negative attitude. Yeah, and weren't very pleasant to be around. That's probably why they didn't get a raise. That's probably why work was so awful for them, because they had such a shitty attitude. And your mom, instead of dealing with her own issues and, you know, staying with your dad, if that happened, or, you know, instead of blaming your dad for things, or, you know, maybe she cheated, or vice versa, they blamed it on the other person, other partner, instead of taking responsibility and taking leaps of faith. They did what they could. They did with what they had. Now that you know this, you can take responsibility and shift that and be a happier person and not be these, you know, absent leaders. I'm kind of seeing this as like leaders that just got the position because the predecessor died. Like they were like, oh, we got to fill the position. You're a warm body here. Get in there. They didn't have the skills. You do. You have the ability to look within and do the work and stop blaming others for your miserable life. And stop blaming others and bullying others, and look at yourself and do the work and become more confident in yourself, and stop being so hard on yourself. Stop being so judgmental of yourself. Because as soon as you start doing that, you're going to quit judging others. And we have the devil in reverse, which is freeing yourself from these chains, these karmic chains, you know, and stop listening to the devil on your shoulder of, you know, yeah, it's not you. You need to do this. You need to do this. You need to hurt people. They deserve it. They deserve. No person outside of yourself deserves any shitty behavior. None. No matter what they did to you, what you think they did to you, you have to take responsibility for yourself. There is no excuse to hurt people, ever. To go out for no reason, on just because they're making content on the internet that's not even aimed at you. There's no excuse to do that to them. You're listening to the enemy, the devil, the darkness. You're listening to that instead of doing the work and taking responsibility and being the great leader that you could be, and stepping into your confidence and acknowledging that when you're jealous and triggered, you don't need to dump that on people and try to make them feel bad, because that's what's happening. You're feeling jealous and insecure, so you want the person that you're seeing on the internet, or, you know, at work or wherever, the store, on the street, at the mall, you're wanting them to feel the way you're feeling about them, which is insecure. That's not gonna work. You gotta work on that confidence, babe. This is an opportunity with that Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, with the Three of Swords in reverse under that. This is an opportunity to heal that heartbreak, the wounding from your parents. You know, they put you down, they made you feel stupid. They taught you really bad habits. Now is the opportunity to heal that stuff and have a better life and take responsibility and get uncomfortable and take leaps of faith and have a happier life. You know, maybe you do have these creative ideas and you need to put yourself out there. And as soon as you do, you'll have more respect for the people that are putting themselves out there every day and doing this hard ass work, putting in work, doing that heavy metal hitter shit. Ooh, yeah. You are asking with this Chariot to take control, grab the reins of your own life. That's when you're going to start feeling better and less triggered by the people on the internet to where you have to put hate out there. And I promise you, anything you say is not going to stop a single person from doing. If they've gotten to the point where they're putting their stuff out there, they're putting their face out there on the internet, anywhere, you're not going to stop them by being a bully. Because the hardest thing is getting to that point of just initiating it. The rest just flows. It's part of the gig. In fact, by you being an internet troll, a little keyboard gangster, a little net banger, is proof that they're doing something good and that they're looking good. They're sounding smart and they're making a difference because you're getting triggered. Just saying. And the fact that you're taking the time and energy and effort to watch and scroll and stalk and obsess and send all these little hateful things, it must be doing something, because you're taking a lot of time and effort and energy to do this. So thank you. On behalf of everyone on the internet that does content creation, thank you. That means the world, even if it's out of hate, even if it's out of jealousy and insecurity, you're putting a lot of effort in. Wow. Thank you. Good job. You're doing a great job. Not. There's no need to be hateful. What you could do is look within. Yeah, anything else? Yeah, you don't want to do the work. I don't want to do the work. Why don't you want to do the work? It's scary. You don't want to fail, huh? I imagine my life with you. So you admire these people. You see yourself in their shoes, but you don't want to take that leap of faith to get there. So you stand behind your little keyboard, your little screen, and don't do the work. You obsess, you watch, but you don't put yourself out there. You don't step out there and put yourself in their shoes. And yeah, it's easy to watch and obsess and think you know it all, but until you put yourself in those shoes, what's the matter? You were all determined, now you're scared, huh? Start your own shit and see what shenanigans transpire, what kind of hate you get. Would you stop? Probably. Actually, I don't know, because you haven't even put yourself out there. I don't know. Oh man, I won't get over you. Ooh, yeah, someone's got a little love crush. Someone's an admirer. Oh man, yeah. You're obsessed. You're obsessed with this person, these people, for whatever reason, you know, because you can't get over it. Because you can't put yourself out there. You don't want to do the work. I don't want to do the work. That's what this card says. You don't want to take responsibility for your part in this. Oh, yeah. Sexist, racist, and other judgments play a role. Going back to what you learned from your parents. You learned to hate from your parents. You learned to judge from your parents because you had very insecure, emotionally immature parents. You learned that from them. And guess what? Knowing that, you have the opportunity to change the narrative there. You have the ability and the authority to not be that way and to live a happier life, a more free life to where you're not walking around triggered by everything. Snowflake. Just saying. If you're walking around scrolling on the internet and you're getting so triggered that you want to obsessively watch people and send hateful comments, and then you get blocked and make another account to block and to send more hateful comments and find other routes to abuse and talk shit and gossip and do all this stuff. Make hateful posts about them. For one, think about all the work you're putting into this, when you could be doing that to, I don't know, better your work or career, make more money. Hating on somebody may get you money for a split second, might get you that 5 seconds of fame. It ain't gonna last, because guess what? That's not how the universe works. You're gonna have to pay that debt back. The devil is a lie. Remember, you're listening to the enemy. Talk shit, talk shit. Yeah, I know you're insecure, so talk shit. Dump that feeling on somebody else. Make them feel the way you feel. That doesn't work, hun. We're already out here just doing our best. We're already at that point of being free and putting ourselves out there. And you're still getting us attention. You're still getting us money. So I don't know what you think that this time and effort, I would really, if you are still here, I'd really love to know why you're still putting all this effort into hating on these people. What you think consciously. Subconsciously, it's wounding, insecurities. You had very emotionally immature parents and you're still acting with that. But consciously, what's the reason? Or are you just acting so unconsciously that you can't even answer that? Very curious, huh? What else? What else? Money wound, yeah. Honey, if you spent half of the determination, the time, the effort that you are sitting here watching, scrolling, sending hate, typing out these lengthy, hate-filled messages, putting the effort in, if you put half of the energy that you're putting into that, towards your career, towards your own creative endeavors, toward, this entrepreneurship that you've desired, whatever, you would actually get some money out of it. And putting your love and creativity into that, you would actually get something out of it. But that's part of this money wound, where you're jealous of people that are trying to make money off of their creative endeavors and passion projects, when you could do that yourself if you just didn't hate and weren't afraid. Yep, abundance in reverse. Because deep down, you don't think you're worthy of abundance because you judge people. You judge yourself. You judge yourself so harshly. And maybe you were told as a kid, our family doesn't make money. We're always gonna be in struggle. That's just part of what we do. I know a lot of older blue collar dads say they have this belief that you have to be miserable and hate your job and just negative and drink a 6-pack on the way home from work and your body has to ache. It's that belief that that's just part of how being a dad and taking responsibility. It doesn't have to be that way. That's just a thought form you're agreeing to. You can love your job. You can love what you do, but you also have to take responsibility, and you're probably miserable in the relationship you're at. Or you could change jobs, or you could take leaps of faith. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm miserable. That's how I know I'm being a good dad. No, it doesn't have to be that way. Go ahead and net bang in the comments, whatever. You are a god and goddess. You need to start talking better to yourself. I really hope you do. If you're still here, and then, if you're just some rando that doesn't hate on the internet, maybe you can help people understand that they are worthy and they are better than this. You are better than this, netbanger, internet troll. You are so much better than this. You deserve more. You would deserve abundance, but you have to take responsibility and do the work. Yep, emotions. That's the root of all of this, because you're avoiding emotions and you're trying to dump them on other people. Yeah. Intelligence, yes. You're trying to prove that you're intelligent, you're the smartest person on the internet, because that's what you were hurt and injured towards. You know, you were made to feel insecure about your intelligence, and that's why, you know, you're not out here taking action. You're just trying to use your brain and your mouth, your fingers, I guess, your keyboard, to prove how intelligent and superior you are to others, when you're not taking any action. I'd love to see you say that shit to somebody's face. Really, I would love to see you that. Because I guarantee the people that are out here creating content, they're real as fuck. And they would throw down. They'd be like, all right, let's fucking go. Let's razzle dazzle, bitch. Say that to my face. You wouldn't, because you'd puss out for sure. Yeah, that's why you make you don't put your name, you don't put your address, you don't put your number out there. You don't be like, come fight me. You're not like that. You're just hiding behind a screen, not saying that to anybody's face, thinking you're more intelligent than others. You're not observing yourself. Anything else? Bad investment. Okay, yeah. All this hate you're sending out is a bad investment. That is racking your bad karma up like nobody's business. Actually, let's get something on that, because, ooh, gossip at the bottom of that. Ooh, yeah, honey. What your word is your wand. All this shit that you're talking, saying out the side of your neck, that's what you become. That is what you become. All right, what's their karma in all this? What's their karma in all this? Just so you know, so you can be prepared. Ooh, the moon. I may not be allowed to read that, but I also heard anxiety. If you don't cut your shit out and start taking responsibility, you're going to constantly live in this state of anxiety and feel the need to act and dump it on somebody. Anything else? Strength. And you're always going to be needing to hide behind something. Whether it's your intelligence, your way of manipulating, the lies, because the moon can be lies as well. You're always going to need to be keeping up on the lies, keeping track of who you lied to, what you said to somebody, and not relax. You're always going to be in this anxious state and constantly spinning in your head and thinking, needing to do something with it. So it's substance abuse, hating on people, gossiping. That's an addiction. You're going to be fighting this addiction, having to just constantly be in this battle with it, with this strength card, hiding behind something when you could just live free and not have to worry, oh, I said this to this person. Oh, I need to say this to that person. I told this fake ass story to this person. I lied to my boss about this, but I told this person this. I need to tell them that they can't tell my boss. That's so much work. That's stressful. Yeah. The Three of Pentacles, having to keep track of who you told what to. That's exhausting. No wonder you're anxious all the time. And you have addictions. Oh, honey. The Tower, you're gonna get tired because you're constantly in the state of having to keep track of all this stuff. You're gonna get burnout, and it's all gonna blow up in your face because you're gonna tell the wrong person the wrong thing, and then everyone's gonna be like, wait a second, I thought you said this about them. Wait a minute. The truth always comes out, and you're living a lie. You're gossiping, and all that shit's gonna catch up to you. Because there's always gonna be this person that likes to expose the truth and speak the truth. It is their purpose in life to do so. Yeah, in Temperance in reverse, there is no calm in that storm. The Temperance can be depicted as a violent, turbulent storm, especially in reverse. The Temperance in reverse and the Tower, things are gonna blow up, and things are going to be exposed that you've been lying to a lot of people. And you're going to be seen that you can't be trusted. And you shouldn't be trusted. The lies always catch up. Yeah, King of Swords in reverse, that's a liar. That's someone that says things to hurt people. That's going to be exposed. Anything else? Six of Pentacles in reverse. People won't want to give to you. People will see that you're selfish and you take things for granted. Take people for granted. You've been using them. And it's going to be exposed, and they won't want to share with you. They won't trust you with their information. They won't trust you with their money. Your boss won't want to give you raises because they see what a manipulative liar, you know, you like to do the triangulation thing. You like to do the gossip thing. That shit's going to get exposed, and they won't want to give you money. They won't want to give you raises. They won't want to give you kudos or give you compliments because that shit always gets exposed. What you could do is start your healing process, and that's taking responsibility. Notice how she's looking in the water. Look in the mirror. Look in your reflection and see what you could change about your behavior and why you do this. Why you're running yourself ragged to lie. What are you afraid of? I know it's because you don't want to be your honest, vulnerable self to people. You're afraid of getting hurt. But that's true courage, is putting yourself out there and being an honest, vulnerable, true person. That is major courage. That's pure strength. Not this hiding behind the internet, hiding behind your lies, gossiping, but not saying it to somebody's face. True courage is living in your truth wholeheartedly and not being afraid to get judged. So be nice to yourself. Stop judging yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. All right, babies, have a wonderful day. Hopefully this message finds the right person that's willing to do the work and take responsibility for their actions. If not, I tried. Love you, babes. Bye.